Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here, and what I got for you today, you might say, oh, you've reviewed that already. Well, this is not really. This is the FQ777 FQ11W. Now, the W model is the Wi-Fi FPV version of the FQ777 FQ11. Now, those of you who've seen my review of the FQ11 know that the FQ11 is a portable and foldable quadcopter, little nano quadcopter. Pretty darn cool the way they can do this. You know, you just unfold the arms and you're ready to go. It also has quite a big battery for quite a long flight time. At least the FQ11 version does. I was flying, I believe, close to 9 minutes or over 9 minutes. It's the longest flying nano quadcopter in existence. Okay, we'll see if that's still the case with this Wi-Fi FPV version, because of course the Wi-Fi FPV is the transmitter in this is going to take some power from that battery, so we'll see. So again, you know, it's a very ingenious design with foldable arms. There's your FPV antenna, very large battery, 220 milliamp hour, and on-off switch and a power plug right there for charging the battery. Let's look at the transmitter. The transmitter is kind of unique also. It has it's transmitter first, also a carrying case for this quadcopter. It also has a charging cable in here that you can unplug and charge your quadcopter out in the field using the 4 AA batteries of this transmitter. The controls on the transmitter, this is for rates for going beginner, intermediate, expert. This has a tail wag mode, which is extreme yaw, that you activate by pressing this button here. These are trim buttons for pitch, roll. There's a camera version also of this quadcopter, not just Wi-Fi, but a pure camera version, and that would be these buttons here for taking video and photos. These buttons will be inoperative though for this Wi-Fi version. Okay, this is for recording the stuff onto an SD card, and there is a version of the FQ11 which has a camera and an SD card slot. This is one key return, and this is headless mode. So that more or less is all the buttons on this. Let's go over the app for this. Now the app for this is not FQ. Ooh, my phone came up. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, we're going to fly this right now. I moved over to the shade to be able to fly this, so we'll be able to see the FPV video on the phone. Now, there is a FQ777 app on Play. That is not for this quadcopter. This quadcopter uses Wi-Fi UFO. Okay, so there is another app other than FQ77 which this uses. So we're going to turn on the quadcopter first and place it on a relatively flat level surface. I brought a piece of cardboard for such an occasion. And before I came out here, I actually connected this quadcopter at home via Wi-Fi to my phone, so my phone will be automatically connecting to it, and it did. And now we're going to open up that app that I told you about. And again, it is Wi-Fi UFO. So activating the app, and then you hit play, and we should have FPV video, and we do. Now I'm going to make sure that control is off on this, because we're going to be controlling this strictly through this phone here. But we will be recording video. But I'm not going to record just yet. I want to bind this transmitter to this app by pressing that button there, and we're bound. I actually took off there for a second. Okay, we're ready to go. Now I'm going to turn on the recorder by pressing that button there, and again, this records the video directly to the phone. Let's take it up and see how it performs. Now, the original version of this quadcopter was very twitchy, and this one is kind of twitchy too. I got 2 fingers I'm holding the throttle with today because of that. But its Wi-Fi is working. Oh, but, since we are operating on the same frequency, 2.4 gigahertz FPV frequency as the transmitter, we see we have reduced range. So this does not have the same range as the original FQ11 non-Wi-Fi version. Range of this appears to be, after that, appears to be about 15 meters. So you got to keep this one in close. Keep it in real close. Let's take it off again. And that's what we'll do for the remainder of the flight. Here, let me make sure I got that video. We're going to start over again, take another video. Recording. Okay, so now we know with this Wi-Fi flyer you want to keep it close. And I will keep it close. Okay, while we're up in the air, let's try the one key return. I think it was pointed that way. No, I know what it was pointed. Hold on. Let's bring it back and we're going to rebind. We want it to be pointed that way. So what we're going to do is turn off this transmitter. Turn off the video. Turning on the transmitter again. Rebinding it. Setting that as the headless mode direction. Turning on the camera. Going back to the air. And going out a bit and then hitting one key return. Now, I don't know how. Okay. It thinks that's the one key return heading. One key return, and here it comes back. How about headless mode? Here's headless mode, pulling back, pushing forward, to the right. Headless mode is working. Coming out of headless mode. Well, you know, if you want a close-in flyer, actually this one seems to be more stable than the one I flew originally. At least the throttle is. They've adjusted that. The original FQ11. It's not twitchy like that one was. But again, it's not very far range because I had a nice little drop out there at 11 meters. It flies well. Just curious, does it have the legs or the flight time that the original FQ11 did of over 9 minutes? I doubt that because of the Wi-Fi again. The transmitter is going to be sucking power. But again, most Wi-Fi FPV flyers only have a flight time around 3 minutes. So if this exceeds 3 minutes, that's a plus, and it's in the box right there. Okay, you've been seeing the video on this. Let's go out in the sun a bit so you can see the quadcopter better. How about flips? Yeah, I'll do flips. I forgot to mention, you do flips by pressing the pitch roll stick and then telling it what direction to flip. And it flips. Okay, how about that higher rates? Let's go to higher rate. Okay, this is intermediate. It's maneuverable. Let's try the tail wag. And it has the extreme yaw. Going back to beginner. So yeah, if you're looking for a maneuverable Wi-Fi FPV flyer, this is it. Too bad it doesn't have headless mode though. If it had headless mode, it could compete with the CXWD, which is a pretty darn cool quadcopter too. But it don't. It's a pure manual flyer. So you have to, I would recommend if you get this, that you already have some flying skills, or use this as a learn to fly and forget about the FPV. Just keep it in beginner's rate and learn to fly that way. But not bad. Not bad for intermediate flyers. They'd like this. Going back to tail wag. Tail wag. Coming back to beginner's rate. That's not beginner's rate. Intermediate. Here's my wife and dog. Yeah, it's a long flyer. Long flyer. I got myself. That happens. Let's land it for a second. I want to do something. Okay, let's see if I can calibrate the gyros. Just I guess you can. There you go. Let's turn off that video. I've been recording for a while. The remainder of the flight, we are going to fly just to check out its maneuverability. This is beginner's rate, which is kind of unusual. That's a fast yaw rate for beginner's rate. I'm kind of find that hard to believe I am in beginner's rate. Let me double check that. Okay, hopefully that's beginner's rate. That's better. That was not a beginner's rate. That was too extremely yaw. Let's try the punch on this. This has a lot of power, I'll give you that. You ready? Set. Let's turn on the camera and give it some punch. Camera on. Okay, let's point it this way and do the punch again. Ready, set. Camera view. Well, this is a long flyer. Long flyer. Okay. Ooh, there's a hawk there. He's eyeing this thing. He is eyeing it. See him up there? I don't want him to get it. If he comes after it, I'm going to go chasing it. But he's on top of the light there. Let's see him. He's eyeing this. This would be a first, folks. I am recording. So if he does get it. That hawk's hungry. Okay, the lights are flashing now. Let's see if you can see that. Can you see that, folks? Lights are flashing, so we know we're getting down low in battery power. Turning off the camera, making sure I get that recording. Okay, and that's it. Now there's a crow up, or a raven up there saying, "Go away, Mr. Hawk." Let's watch this for a second. He said, "You don't like that hawk." Okay. Well, that was the flight. Okay, he chased the hawk away. That was the flight of the FQ777 FQ11W. Neat little flyer. Neat little Wi-Fi flyer. Hope you enjoyed this flight. This is Quadcopter 101. Signing out.